are really talking about it around the world. It's big news in Hong Kong, it's big news in England, it's big news in America now. That they've done, I think Les Benton did a wonderful job promoting it, getting it going. And like if you ask me, the Caulfield Cup in Hong Kong, no one's heard of a Caulfield Cup. It means nothing. They don't care who wins it. No one even takes any notice. You mention a Melbourne Cup, the Ayers prick up, and it's just, you know, they know all about it.
Always great to see you and Emma back here at Flemington. Safe passage, best of luck.
Thank you. Wish all the punters out there all the best and hope you back the winner of the Cup.
It's great to have him back. I'm not sure if the Melbourne Racing Club are absolutely thrilled with that after the Caulfield Cup, but Shane will be giving Frightening every chance. Shane reckons that the second most famous New Zealander here today is with Jennifer Kite right now.
Here we are in the Channel 7 marquee with one of the world's most talented actors, Sam Neill. Welcome.
Sort of introduction I like. Thank you.
Is this your first Melbourne Cup?
Yes, never been here before. I'm completely thrilled to be here.
Are you a racing fan?
You know, once in a while I like to go to the races, but it's got to be something big like this to get me out.
Have you got any money on the Cup?
Look, I've got $50 each way in County Tyrone for no better reason other than I was born there.
That's a pretty good reason, I
I
think.
think it'll come in.
Now, you're directing one of the mini-series coming up on 7, the Murray Whelan series. You looking forward to that, the Brush Off?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. That's in January. David Wenham's playing Murray Whelan, and we're almost ready to go.
Fantastic. Well, have a lovely day.
Thanks very much. I'm enjoying it.
Sam Neill, County Tyrone in Ireland. That's the tip. Speaking of tips, Lavazza tips, here's Joanna Griggs.
Well, time now for a Lavazza celebrity tip update, and let me just say that Jackie Cooper's experience at the World Championships and World Cup has paid off. She did not crumble under the pressure. In race 3, she tipped number 9 Magic Tumbler that paid a whopping $17. She has earned $1,700 for the kids of Camp Quality. Well done, Jackie. Now, what's your secret?
My secret's my boyfriend, actually. Mario picked that for me. I'm actually not into the horses that much, but he's picked every winner so far today.
Well, you should follow Tom and Eileen and just talk yourself up even if we don't know anything. But Tom, we were disgraceful in that race. You're going to make it up in this next one?
I hope so, Grixie. Yeah, I've had a shocker, so this one is definitely going to bring home the goods.
Race 5, who are you picking then?
Race 5, number 8, Regal Thrills.
Regal Thrills, that's $100 for the win on Regal Thrills. What about you?
I've been told to go with Regal Thrills also.
Okay, so we've got $200 on Regal Thrills. I'm going to put $100 on Merhoob, which is number 3 in race 5. We'll be back with how we've gone in race 5 of the Lavazza Celebrity Tips, and hopefully Tom and I will back a winner.
Oh, wonderful scenes here at Flemington today, surrounding the mounting yard, huge crowds, and the horses are in the yard. Here's Barabba Road, placed in all 7 of its starts with 3 wins. A really top-notch South Australian with a bit of weight, though.
No question about that, Bruce. Just freshened up for this race today. Reports are pretty good going into it, but gee, the benchmark's going to be high with Merhoob being very heavily backed. We'll get to it soon.
I'm going to leave Ken for Merhoob. So Express Bull, gee, the young jockey went off a million miles an hour at Moonee Valley. Probably the strength of it, Adam, is the second to Abdallah.
Yeah, that's the key. We saw Abdallah win ultra impressively here on Saturday. It's a very good form line. Has to be included in the trifectas.
Now, Ken, Merhoob hasn't started since running 4th in the Magic Millions, beaten under 2 lengths by Regimental Gow. That's good, but even better, it beat in top swing as a 2-year-old, who's come out and won the Caulfield Guineas.
Now, that's exactly right, Bruce, but not all 2-year-olds train on to be good 3-year-olds. And the breed, the Rory's Jesters, are often precocious youngsters that aren't as good at 3 as they are at 2. But this fella's got a very, very good trainer. The horse looks a treat, and I thought he went absolutely splendid in a recent Sydney trial. It's no surprise that he's brought him down here to run in this race. It is Flemington on Cup Day, but it's not the strongest field around. And if he's as good as his trainer thinks he is, watch out.
Are you surprised that Al Eden is backing up after Saturday, Adam?
Gee, I certainly am. 2 ways to look at him, because we just probably need to update those stats on him a little bit there, because, of course, he did race on Saturday and finish down the track. But Al Eden's performance was in a much harder race on Saturday. Trainer Peter Morgan's got a wonderful opinion of the horse. I'm not totally discounting it, but it's a big assignment to back up in a field like this so quickly.
Clear out's a chance, Ken. A really good run at Sandown behind Barabba Road.
Yes, he's got a lot of upside, this horse. He's only had the 4 runs and he'll improve. I'm a little bit of a barrier, Perv, and this fella drew the outside in a field of 11 last start at Sandown. Greg Child set him a task. He had to keep working, and he wasn't left with a lot of petrol in the finish. He looks well again today. He's got a definite chance, and he's to be ridden by the controversial jockey at the moment, Danny Nickley.
Rosarino, David Hall trained. One down the straight, a nice 2-year-old race, the Talon Dirt. First up was favourite behind Dilly Dally. He's been freshened up.
Yeah, I am respecting Rosarino. I know it's a big assignment today and the odds suggest so, but the major reason for respect is David Hall at this carnival. First up with horses whose strike rate is fantastic.
Regal Thrills, 7 and scratch. Regal Thrills 8 comes across from Adelaide. It was a $7,000 Wednesday meeting, but she's in the market here and she was favourite on that occasion.
Yeah, it worries me a little bit coming from a Wednesday meeting at Victoria Park to Flemington on Cup Day. That's a big rise. But I saw the video of that win and she did hit the line well, Regal Thrills, and a very strong stable. And the fact that they've gone to the trouble to bring her over here for this race suggests that there's a bit of confidence in the camp.
Epic Theatre won at Bendigo in April, then was 7th at Caulfield. Bred to have speed, Spartacus out of Aurora's Jester mare.
A stablemate of the very impressive Abdullah, so Tony Noonan has got a good benchmark there to know whether Epic Theatre can be competitive. It has trialled well recently, so it might be one to include for the placings.
Now, Inspection, the stablemate's got similar form, Ken. Won at Pakenham on a heavy and then went to Caulfield and ran 4th behind a good horse in Great as Great.
Yeah, but it hasn't run since May, Bruce, and I thought there was a big tail in that race that Great as Great ran in. I know it's another of the McAvoy runners. I doubt whether Inspection's quite good enough. Jim Cassidy, who doesn't do a lot of riding for that stable, has been engaged for the mount.
True Jester's a maiden after 6 starts. Only place was at Geelong.
Yeah, resumes from a spell here. I think we'll probably find some of these a little too slick.
$40 and a bit better in New South Wales. Wild Chili is number 12, 4th in a Seymour maiden last start. Doesn't give you a lot of confidence.
No, she's found them too good at Seymour, and she found them also too good at Werribee at a start before that. I'd be looking elsewhere if I'd worked hard to earn my dollars.
Jimenez is a very good golfer, the Spaniard. He can win a tournament. This is an interesting one. Wayne Trelaw is the trainer. He's been getting some winners. We know him as a terrific jockey in the past. In Costa del Lago, but there's no money at him, so maybe not.
Yeah, originally it was a big watch runner, but the fact there is no support probably sort of fades you away from Jimenez a little bit. But Smokey Trelaw taking over Macedon Lodge from, of course, John Simons, and John having Bellisbury last year, but this is a big test.
They're the colours, aren't they, the Bellisbury?
Exactly the same,
right.
Yes.
Sorry to win a blue diamond as well as a...
Sorry. This one to be as good as Bellisbury.
And Kenny, it's certainly beaten in a golden slipper, some would argue.
Yes, ran a super race. I think Bellisbury was a top-notch sprinter, performed both ways, clockwise and anti-clockwise, but this horse isn't Bellisbury.
The big money, Merhoob. It's going to run favourite for sure. That's horse number 3 as the runners are about to go onto the track and make their way to the start.
I can see it in your eyes. There is something that you hide from me.
Continuing with our tips on how to get the perfect face, Matt Sarah from L'Oreal Paris, you have done a sensational job with Hayley's eyes.
Thanks, Shelley. It was easy with Hayley. She's beautiful. But to create the look, we use a translucent powder just above the cheek line, so it will actually, it's there as a catcher, basically for any eyeshadow that will fall onto the cheek, just wipe it away. I've used Rare Infinity, which is a duo colour, and some Forest, working from lighter to darker to create an oval shape with the eye, and ultimately you have to keep blending. So you blend, and what do?
You blend.
Again, yeah. And so you bring it all out with double extend mascara, and black for the eyelashes will really give a full accentuated eyelash, as you can clearly tell with Hayley's beautiful eyes.
Hayley, are you happy?
I'm thrilled.
You ready for the races?
Definitely.
A day at the races is a long day. You need your fashion accessories to be versatile. My friend Chris here has the ultimate. It's beer on a rope.
Actually, Kylie, they're called binoculars. Have a look up there.
That's great. Can you give us a phantom call with them, Chris?
Yeah, I can give it a go. You've got Distinctly Secret coming down the line, followed by Maccabee Diva. Maccabee Diva's running up there, and Distinctly Secret. Distinctly Secret takes it at the line.
Well done. The ultimate beer goggles.
Have you ever wondered how racehorses get those interesting and unusual names? Well, these lovely ladies work for Tony Santic, the owner of Maccabee Diva, and there's a great story behind this one. Maureen, how did the name come about?
Tony gave us the opportunity to name one of the horses, and we combined the letters of our names to make up the name. It's MA for Maureen, and KY for Kylie, BE for Belinda, DI for Diane, and VA for Vanessa.
So, Maureen, that makes you the head of the horse?
Yes, I am.
Well, there's no need to ask who you ladies will be backing today.
Well, Tony Santic caused quite a stir. The owner of Maccabi Diva, who named the mare after those ladies there, tried to back it to win $1 million yesterday. He's a tuna fisherman. He runs a big business in Port Lincoln in South Australia. They led him on for $700,000.
And the girls looked as though they'd be more comfortable at Port Lincoln. They all looked a little nervous, but I'm sure they'll be cheering if Maccabi Diva ranges up in the straight.
It'd be nice to have a horse named after you win the Melbourne Cup, wouldn't it? Look at Mehu, but $3 there, so it's very tight. Odds of 2 to 1, so it's the one they want with Beedman. Now, 2 to 1 on the tote, Pat. What about with the books?
A little easier than that. The money came very, very big and very strong from Mahoob early in betting, but because it was so big, they tightened Mahoob up into half each way odds. It's just out fractionally now. The other one that's well in commission is Clear Out. Clear Out has been well backed, Danny Nicolic's mount. I suppose there'll be a little bit of sentiment around that, but with those two and the money that has come from Mahoob and Clear Out, virtually everything else in the race has drifted.
So a bit of value there. Now, this is interesting. Peter Donegan's just letting us know they've run out of race books. All the best bets and maps are gone. Now, that's a great guide to how many people we might have here today.
Yeah, Bruce, I'd have to say we're pushing towards the 120,000. And the Melbourne Cup just gets bigger and bigger, and 2003 is going to be the biggest of all.
Just to give you... they're still coming in, by the way. Just to give you an idea, I mean, in 1926, when Spearfelt won, they had 118,000. So that's how popular it was in 26. And in 2000, when Brew won, 121,000. So it's not just a phenomenon in the last 10 years. This has been the most important day for a lot of people for 140 years.
Bruce, there's kids out there with their blood tingling through their veins, getting all excited. The Cup's still a couple of hours away, but it's Australia's race, whether you go to the horse races or you don't. You love the Melbourne Cup. I can remember as a 5- and 6-year-old sitting around the radio listening to the Melbourne Cup when horses like Delta and Dalray won. And, I'm sure you've got great memories as a young person.
Look, they're great names. And, I grew up basically just before Rising Fast, and parents told me about Comic Court just before, and the Deltas, Dalrays, and, you work your way into the great finish with High Jinks in 1960 with the Centenary Cup. But look, this is the Schweppes Agram. It'll be interesting to see Mehu. It's a little come down, but it's still $85,000. And this horse is into $290 now. Now, number 5, Clear Out at $520. 8, Regal Thrills, the Tony McAvoy trained filly at $660. And now, is it Barabba or...
there's a town in New South Wales called Barabba, and I reckon that's what it's named after, Bruce. Probably Barabba Road, and an $85,000 race. $85,000 is a lot of money if you see it on the kitchen table in the morning.
It sure is, and that's one of the great attractions of this day is the stake money is so strong for each and every race. There's Clear Out, so Danny Nicolic off, Clear Out there, and then just about set for the Schweppes. A couple to come up.
No chances.
Let's see how the Sydney horse goes, who's been set for this as we join Greg Miles from Sky Channel.
Races. Track upgraded to good after the second on the program. True Jester's ready alongside Express Ball. Now, the next to move up is Inspection. Goes up for Jim Cassidy. We're not too far away from a start here. Here's Mahoo going up. Epic Theatre near the outside, so they look ready. Lights flash. Racing now. Mahoob jumping okay in 6, and they're going to split, it would appear. They've gone left and right, settling into stride, and Barabba Road led down on the inside. Barabba Road from Clear Out, and also Our Eden is up there prominently, followed by Inspection. Wider Out and Mahoob is in behind that one, followed by Regal Thrills and Jimenez last of the inside division. On the grandstand side, an Epic Theatre led to True Jester and Rosarino, and just in behind those was Wild Chili, and Express Ball is last of the 5 coming on the grandstand side towards the 400-metre mark. They race now, and here on the inside, Clear Out is moving up and going to the lead from Our Eden. Inspection gone, Barabba Road is running on, and Mahoob is called on for its effort. And down on the grandstand side, Rosarino hits the front from Epic Theatre, and Express Ball is running on. Little into the divisions here. Barabba Road is going up to Clear Out on the inside. Rosarino and Express Ball this side. They come into the line, and Barabba Road on the inside wins it. Barabba Road first from Clear Out. Now third placing Express Ball this side is in a photo with Regal Thrills. They're on opposite sides for the minor end of the prize, and behind them the Weekend Inspection, followed by Mahoob, who didn't come into it, and then our Eden and Jimenez, Rosarino and True Jester back towards the tail with Wild Chili and Epic Theatre.
Philip Stokes is a really good trainer in South Australia, and he's produced Barabba Road here. And this horse is yet to be unplaced and continues to grow in strength. It was the same Quinella as Sandown, and with Clear Out and Barabba Road, and that's just what they did. The inside had it. Mahoob looked to have its chance, Ken, about here, but just couldn't come on.
Bruce, another one of those 2-year-olds that may not have come back as 3-year-olds, and a few of the Rory's Jester breed do it. And whether you want to call him Barabba or Barabba, he's a pretty smart racehorse, and he won the prize quite convincingly.
Photos for the minors. This was a good, strong finish. Had a lot of weight, 58.
Yeah, the jockey used the whip pretty intelligently, kept at him, and looked pretty strong, Paul Gatt. That, of course, is the favourite in the blue and yellow colours back behind the winner. The winner in front is at gold and green colours, and behind him in the blue and yellow is the horse that couldn't come on, Mahoob.
152 the number, so the same Quinella as Sandown on September 20. These two horses having their first start since then. So I'll go with Greg here. Barabba Road, $8.50 and $2.30. Clear Out $1.80 and Express Ball at $3.20. 152, 8 and 6. Well, Philip Stokes has had a great run in Adelaide over the last 12 months, and he's going to be thrilled to bits with this win as Peter joins him.
Philip Stokes, there's going to be parties all over Australia. We had Sean Dwyer from Toowoomba before, and now South Australia is going to be pretty happy today.
Oh, mate, we're always happy to take the money away.
Good performance, good training performance too, and this horse has got an outstanding first up record.
That was our idea after he won at Sandown. We took him back to Adelaide and kept him fresh.
What about going to the inside? Because in the earlier straight race, they came down the outside with the exception of 2. Was there any doubt that you might go out wide?
Oh, look, I left that up to Paul Gatt. You can't weigh him down with instructions.
All right, what are the plans now?
Look, that was his biggest test to date. I'll probably look at Sandown in 2 weeks' time.
Congratulations. Must be a great thrill to win a race on Melbourne Cup Day.
Fantastic.
Well done, Philip.
Thank you.
So Philip may be setting that horse for the Sandown Guineas by the look of it. No, it wouldn't be the Guineas. Probably there's a 1,400 metre race, 1,200 metre race on Sandown Classic Day. Now, Corey Brown got dumped, I noticed, John, but Paul Gatt, who you know so well from Adelaide, has won the on Barabba Road.
Yes, Bruce, we've got a loose horse on the track there. The clerk of the course around about the 2,000 metres just going to up. He's just got a bit of a skid and gone down the track there, but he's okay. Paul Barabba Road, when he came over from Adelaide, we thought he won at Sandown, of course, or they Quinella'd him at Sandown, him and the same horse, but today it was a pretty strong win, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a lump 58 on his back. He's done a quite good job. He's a tough old bugger.
Now, tell us one thing, is this your first winning ride on a Melbourne Cup Day in Victoria?
Yeah, on Melbourne Cup Day in Victoria, and it's a good feeling, I tell you.
I know you've won races in Victoria, but to win a race on Melbourne Cup, and Melbourne Cup Day, you look up in that grandstand, it's just something else, isn't it, for a jockey?
Yeah, it's a different ball game. It's hard to explain. Imagine winning the cup.
Yes, and we certainly can. But we went from today. How far will this horse get? Did you get the 14 and 16 okay?
Yeah, well, we tried him over a bit of ground last prep, and it's probably the end of his prep, so you probably can't tell on that. I reckon he's probably a better horse over a 6 or 7, you know.
Where he can just sit off?
Yeah, just take a nice park, and he's got a nice turn of foot.
You only ride for the day?
Only ride for the day.
Gee, that should have been one for the punters to get on there, shouldn't they?
I can go and enjoy it now. This one for you boys back at home.
Congratulations, Paul.
Thanks, Ray.
Gee, Ken, John can really relate to that because he had his first ride ever at Flemington on Piping Lane when he won the Cup in 1972. He hadn't ridden here before.
He doesn't look old enough to have ridden 31 years ago, Bruce, and of course he also won on Belldale Ball.
It's 23 degrees at the moment, so it's really warming up. Ken, we'll catch you a bit later. Dr. Turf's going to come in a moment. Thanks for that.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, Bruce.
Terrific, and keep punting well, Ken. He's out to do a battle with the bookies. Holy Orders. This Irish horse has been so cantankerous. Well, he's arrived today with a partner. Here's Neil Kearney with the story.
Out here in the car park, the English horse Jardine's Lookout has been kind enough to share his travelling companion Henry the Pony with Holy Orders. The Irish horse and the 2 English horses, all happy campers. Now, Holy Orders has travelled with you. Has he found any attraction to Henry?
He's getting into B because he wouldn't go, and Henry got him going in the first place.
Henry got him going?
Yeah.
So it might be the magical formula for Holy Orders, do you think?
We'll have to wait and see?
Just company of other horses helps him out. Doesn't really matter if it's a pony or a horse. So.
Now, Tracy, is he ready for this crowd? Because there's a bit of interest in the horse, isn't there?
Yeah, I'd say just, you know, there's been a lot of talk about him in the papers, so people want to see what he's like.
And he'll be a good boy?
Yeah, I don't have any worries about him.
Cruising down the freeway in the hot.
To get your own L'Oreal Paris Face to Stop a Nation, we're giving you some tips from Matt Sarah from L'Oreal Paris, and we're doing Sarah's lips.
We
what
are, shall
lip
we?
tips?
Lip tips are, lip colour is hard to keep on and maintain throughout the course of any event. Melbourne Cup especially, it's going to be lots of drinking, lots of talking. So basically what we should do is we should line the lip first, and that's what I'm going to do with Sarah, and I'm going to use Undeniably Mauve from Endless Lips, and then the Glam Shine over the top of it, and the Glam Shine colour will be Muse. And with the application of that over the top, giving a dazzling lip plumping effect, very moisturising, very glossy.
Oh, Glam Shine. Very
Voila.
nice. Give us a kiss.
Short neck by half a neck, and it's correct weight. Weight is right, and the winner there, Barabba Road at 8.50 and 2.30. Clear out $1.80, Express Ball 3.30. Quinella certainly not hard to have though. Mehub was the warm favourite. It's $13.30. The trifecta $261.40 and $32 for the exacta. Down to the presentation and Jim Wilson.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Shrepsher Groom 1000 was yet another highlight of this Tui's New Melbourne Cup Day for 2003. We are counting down to the great race. Gives me great pleasure. Assisting me in the presentation is Mr. Bill McKinnon, committee member for the Victoria Racing Club. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the microphone the Managing Director for Australia and New Zealand for Cadbury Schweppes, Mr. Mark Smith.
Chairman, VRC Committee, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Cadbury Schweppes is delighted to be a major sponsor and supplier on Cup Day here at Flemington. The Schweppes range is enjoyed at this great racecourse and at most racing venues around Australia. The Schweppes name has now been part of the Melbourne Cup Festival for over 25 years, and today's race was a great spectacle, and we're very proud that Schweppes is associated with such a high class of racing. This is the 5th running of the Schweppes Agram 1000, and today's race was excellent. The winner today, Barabba Road, joins the ranks of previous winners, including Hurricane Storm, Deprave and Dantana. Our congratulations go to Barabba Road, the winning owner, Mr. Underhill Pomeroy, represented by Mr. Peter Lewis, the trainer, Mr. Philip Stokes, and the winning jockey, Mr. Paul Gatt, for a fantastic performance and a race well ridden. It's now with great pleasure that I present the Schweppes Agram 1000 trophy to the winning owners, represented by Mr. Peter Lewis. Thank you.
Good horse that one, and maybe on its way to Sandown. Barabba Road from Adelaide. Dr. Turf joins us. Good time to come in, Doc. One more race to go and then the Tui's new. What's changed for you since you've been here today, picking a winner in the Cup?
Absolutely nothing, Bruce. It still looks impossible to me. I've got no idea, I'll be honest with you. But it looks to me like the year of the handicapper again. It's gone back to the old style Melbourne Cups, just a tough, even field of handicappers, Bruce. That's what it should be.
You've always got an idea. Never say you've got no idea. I'm sure you've got plenty. How many are you putting in your quaddy?
I've got 13 in at the minute.
OK, there you go.
Don't tell the missus.
I won't, that's for sure. The Seppelt's Great Western, the first of the other group type races. This is a listed race, Group 4. $125,000 for the 3-year-old fillies. Regrowth, big odds. Now, Dance with Deb. Gay Waterhouse has had very few chances to excel during the Spring Carnival. This looks to be one.
Yes, I saw both of her last 2 wins, in fact, her only 2 wins, Bruce, and they were very, very impressive. The 14's going to suit her. Again, Sydney filly having her first start down here in Melbourne, got to go around the circle. Got to be some query about that, but very short in New South Wales where she's trained.
Frassasas in the market for John Hawkes, particularly here. Now, Lady Diva was a bit unlucky at Caulfield, and she's favourite at the moment.
We don't often get to say it, but it was a fairly ordinary ride by Dave. Damien that day. I think he would admit it himself. She didn't have much luck. He didn't give her much help in the run either, and she's going to be very hard to beat.
Mutate in the market was unlucky first up. Big run for David Hall.
Yes, it was. And Light Sleeper there, very, very big odds, Light Sleeper. She ran in that same race at Caulfield behind Lady Diva and others. And I thought it was a nice run. I think the big track's going to suit her, Light Sleeper. She might be the little value in the race.
I wonder who the punters are going for. Is it the Damien factor on Lady Diva, or do they think Gay might get lucky here with Dance with Deb?
Can't separate the two just at the moment, Bruce. I can tell you you're shopping pretty good on the tote for both these. Dance with Deb has opened up very short. I think we'll get a little better than that. Lady Diva is on the way out in early betting. And I've got Lady Diva at about $3.40. Light Sweeper, the one we mentioned, was paying around $20 on the tote. Well, it's way unders with that, with me here. On Melbourne Cup betting, I can give you just a little bit of news. They have started to come from Mammool. I mentioned double each way odds Mammool about an hour ago. There's none of that left in the ring now, so perhaps the international raiders have arrived at Flemington.
Interesting. So Mammool, the money now coming for Godolphin, and Pat thought it might. Interesting.
There's plenty there.
Yep, there's enough. There's plenty of. There's a spread here. Mutate for Peter, David Hall, and unlucky first up, Lady Diva for you, Doc, and Ken's gone with the Sydney side of Dance with Deb. The 1400 in there, Dance with Deb's drawn out a bit.
Yeah.
Lady Diva's out a little too.
Tricky barrier here, the 1400, and she was drawn out as well at Caulfield, Lady Diva, and Damien elected to go forward after sitting out 3 wide. Elected to go to the lead and probably a little bit early, and then kicked her away. It was a little bit tougher that day. I think he'll ride a little bit quieter today.
Well, speaking of Damien, has there ever been a more emotional ride than the one he had last year on Media Puzzle? The champion jockey had to deal with the grief of his brother's death, and this year he's celebrating a new life.
Oh, she's awake. There you go, Princess. Hello, Miss World. There you go, Miss World. She's got my little pixie ears. Oh, there's a little spew. Where's the bib, Trishy? So you should never work with kids and animals. You got any more? Yeah. Cool. You gotta stop getting out in the drink, sweetie. Stop getting out with the girls.
Niali Grace Oliver is 31 days old, or 744 hours. And very quickly, she's become the apple of her old man's eye.
Who does she look like, Trip? It's hard to tell. I mean, I'm sure she'll grow into features of both of us. We both see little bits of ourselves in her.
I think she looks like Trish, thank God.
Not going to be a jockey?
I don't know, I don't think so.
You can have a pony, I don't know.
Yeah.
A horse. Would you like her to be a jockey, Trish? Not particularly, no. But I wouldn't, would not let her be one. But I don't think. I think she'll have more opportunities than that.
Righto, here we go. Dad's work's never done. Let's have a sneaky peek there. No, looking good.
She does plenty of that?
Oh, she's not bad at it. Trish gives me all the dirty work.
She does a bit of that?
Oh, yes. Well, don't think she enjoyed the Chinese we had last night for dinner. She's been making a few noises.
Did you hear that? No manners at all, have you, eh? Coming out both ends. Oh, this is good. This might get a run at your 21st.
Is he a paternal sort of bloke? Yeah, very much so. Gave her first bath and changed the first nappy in the hospital, so... How's he going, the nappies? Very well, yeah. You've got to keep encouraging him so he keeps on doing it. Well, I'm the 3 a.m. shift, but Damien's good at the 6 a.m. shift.
Yeah, I'll let Trish slap